Me?
You know G-Man in real life?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, he take meds.
Me don't know, brother. Me don't know about that. The man is at Jamaica with a different view. You know why you pressure the man, big man?
He said,
The man give a squad 11 with
hey,
Shabana, Willis, and
medication
Kyle
have
Mingle.
side effects.
Eh?
You know, the medication
Me
come
not
with
know
side
about
effects.
that. They mean not take medication to man. But me could leave it right there, brother. See.
All right.
Yeah.
Egypt.
Eh.
There's a cry loud and wide across the length and breadth of the
Eh.
that we should get rid of
This me, the phone ringing in the back in the ear. Yeah, we should get to that Ricketts.
So we should get rid of Ricketts and we should get rid of Speed.
Yeah.
But for those persons and those voices making that call, I don't hear them telling us of any realistic replacement.
Hold the line, Mr. Correction. We'll be back in just a second.
You're listening to Omega Radio, broadcasting live. Omega Radio, Omega Radio, Omega.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, back to new correction.
Yeah, man, you hear me?
Yeah, man.
Right. So me I say it can't be just calling for the removal of Mr. Ricketts whilst you have no realistic replacement in mind. Remember now how the process works, it would have to be one of our FA presidents, right?
Yeah.
Right. So of all the FA presidents, I've not heard one person come forward to name or to mention a name to say this person, I believe, can move us forward in terms of competence and have the know-how to make the thing better, because it is foolhardy to remove this and replace him with someone who don't have the necessary competence to make the football better. It doesn't make sense to put somebody there that will make it worse.
You know, I've asked this question before, though. I've asked this very same question, and some great minds probably be thinking alike, because I said, more Ricketts than who? I think somebody did mention Chris Williams, but I'm saying he'd first have to get himself voted in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right? And name come to mind, but when I talk about this person is not in football circles at the moment, so that's not realistic.
Chris Derring?
No, well, Christian was one and the other one was Cameron.
Yeah, but they would have to get himself elected.
Exactly, right.
It's not an appointment, you face the vote. You face the voters.
Right, so I am saying those persons are out, so who is there? So how are we hearing this clamoring? Them man need to go, and replace them with who? And if you put up a candidate, can this man make us better than where we are now? Because Mr. Ricketts is arguably the most successful footballing president in terms of achievement. You understand?
Yeah.
So we want to replace him, yes. Replace him with who? And is this person going to bring us better? Because you can't jump like a fire, brother. I'm not jumping a fire, That don't make no sense, but
I'll leave it right here, bro.
all right, cool.
No people, me telling us something I had that dream last night. I dreamed them. Check out my dream. Here's my dream. You know, I don't know if I'm going to. This be having the callers there. I could take the call. No dreaming yet. I'll do the dreaming probably next week. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, Mr.
Hey, Orville, what's up?
How are you, Mr.
Yeah, man. Doing just in private. You good?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, man. You know, I was able to hear a part of the program yesterday where you were sharing the point system for the regional tournament.
Yes.
And people know that I was there saying there's nothing for first instance points.
Yes.
And folks, when me wrong, me have to just accept me wrong.
Yes.
Mm-hmm? Because Orville is correct. There's nothing for there is first instance points in the tournament. But I don't know, Orville, all these years of watching regional cricket, 2016, 17, 18, 19, even after COVID 2022, I was sure that there was no first inning points.
You did the big
How
man thing.
you got the information on?
You did the big man thing. You were wrong, you say you're wrong. We never not going
No, but how come you knew all these years? How come you knew over all those years that there was first inning points?
I'm saying you have already said you're wrong. And I made it right.
No. I'm just asking a different question.
No,
how you
no
knew
matter,
all those years?
no matter. No matter.
Or as a big time commentator, you know, not you.
I am saying you say you're wrong, and I was right that there isn't.
Cool. You knew all of that. All right, cool. But here. Listen, I'm on Wikipedia, and I don't know. It says the professional era, the cricket. It says points are now similar to the pre-2015 era, except that now the concept of first innings lead has been abandoned and replaced with bonus points.
This
So
is
it's like from 2015 on, this article is saying that they removed first points.
yeah, but let
Did
me,
you know that, Orville?
what I'm saying, I said that.
No, did you know that? You just said that you knew all along, 2016,
No, no, no,
2017, that there was
no, no,
no
no,
first
no, no.
points.
What I
But this article is
stop,
saying
stop the
that there was
lie.
no
Hey,
first points.
stop the lie. What I said is that you were wrong. You admit say you're wrong, and
Okay,
I was
let me
right.
continue read something else. Let me read something else.
No, but all
Let
of
me
that,
read something else.
all of that way you're
No,
gonna
let
be
me read something
irrelevant.
else. No, this is an article last year. And it says
Man,
that this
man
year's
saying get it wrong,
tournament
and still
will
listen.
feature the reintroduction of first inning points.
Uh-huh.
So there was no first inning points from 2015 until just last year when CWI Jim
Let me,
Creech reintroduced it. Did you know, as a big time commentator, while you're commentating and telling us that there was no first inning points? That's for the vast majority from 2015 till now, that there was no first inning points in the tournament. Orville, did you know that?
you were wrong, and I was right.
No. You said you knew all along. Earlier you said you knew all along.
That was all along.
But now we are getting the fact that there was no points.
That was
There was in January of last year.
I knew
But
all,
you never did say that. You said all along there was no points.
what was all along.
No. You said there was no. When I asked you, me in
When you asked me what,
2017,
when you asked me when,
2022, I said I thought there was no first inning points, and I asked you how you knew.
I
And
want
you
to
said
say,
you just knew.
I know said there was first in his points this year.
No. Okay. So what you know? You knew that there was first inning points all along.
No, I'm
That
telling
there
you,
was no first inning points all along.
I am saying, I hear that you were here telling Zidane
No, man. You also
that,
tell people yesterday that I was saying nonsense
yes,
about
then,
first inning points. How
yeah,
can you not have first inning points?
then that may I say, first, you were
No, but
saying that there was no,
they didn't have first inning
no,
points
this year,
for
me,
almost 80%
no, man,
of
this year, me,
the professional year.
this year, me, you were dead wrong, and I was
So
dead
I
right.
think,
Yeah,
this year, yeah, sir.
this year,
You can't stop at this year.
no,
You
man,
can't stop at
this
this
year,
No, that's cool. All right, Gavin, you can give me 3 seconds on me address, Gavin. I'm going to have to do that Monday.
we couldn't do that Monday. We start at that time.
No problem. Big
But,
up yourself, man. All right, respect.
but you're wrong, I'm right. This year.
Respect, Arthur,
All
respect.
right, cool. All right, me could excuse me. Man, I tried driving. That's a whole argument. You had said that there was no first innings this year. And of course, I mean what that is first innings this year. That's the fact that you get this up around us. You try to compete and you lose the argument. Me not talk whether there was first innings in that 2018 or 20 whenever. This year, when the man them called me for commentary, I made myself off favor the rule. So you were wrong, and I was right, as usual. Who we have now for carry up the pens? Hello.
Hey, welcome, Rich.
3.5 minutes uninterrupted for you, Mr. Preacher. Tell me, giant pets.
No, man, we don't need that.
Oh, you don't need to.
No, we need a conversation.
Yeah. Me,
Yeah,
said the man in the radio said, I don't know nothing about cricket, you know. And then the man just come the next day and say, yeah, I got it wrong. You were right. That's good.
Yeah, well, I leave that alone.
Yeah.
The people who are listening to this type of themselves.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure I understand the logic of correction argument a while ago. See?
Mm-hmm.
And I put it to you that if we take that logic to its furthest extent, then nobody who underperforms in an office, a role, a function should be replaced unless you have identified a quote unquote suitable replacement.
I completely agree with that sentiment. I believe that you can't just call for Orville Liggins to step down as whatever. If you can't identify somebody who you think would do a better job than me, then what's the point of calling for my head?
Let's put this logic to test.
Yes.
When Mr. Ricketts became president of the GFA,
yes,
he became president without us knowing what he would do. We had
man, but it was not because somebody resigned.
Hold on.
Different context that preacher, man. Him never,
let me finish what I'm saying.
All right.
Mr. The then president, Mr. Burrell, passed away.
Mm-hmm.
In the absence of Mr. Burrell, they had to find a replacement.
Had to. That's the
Yes.
difference.
Good. So
Them
listen to
them
what
don't
I'm saying
have to
now.
know.
No, no, no. Listen to what I'm saying.
Mm.
Mr. Ricketts could pass away tomorrow. The
The-
fact that we do not have a designated replacement lined up with his qualifications behind it does not preclude us from asking somebody to step up and do the job.
and
So
I'm not saying we
yeah,
can't ask somebody, but who?
yes. So it is no, but when Mr. Burrell passed away, there were options.
No, but that,
Are
that,
they
that
still
preacher,
follow?
preacher, here's the difference. I can't agree with you. If somebody dies, if Orville Higgins drop dead tomorrow, tonight, you may go home and be dead. You don't have to get
Yes,
somebody else
you
with
have
the
to.
sports test, brother.
Good.
But
You have
asking
to find a
Orville,
replacement, don't you?
hold on, but asking Orville to leave the program.
Hold on,
If you
hold
were the
on now.
owner of KLA,
No,
of Omega,
say you're not gonna miss the bigger point. The bigger point correction is making is you must first have a suitable person in place before a person can be replaced. That makes no
no,
sense.
before you ask the person to leave the
No,
post,
hold on. Mr. Ricketts himself said if he didn't qualify the team, he would resign, didn't he?
me never hear him say that.
I heard him say that.
Well, all right.
I heard him say that, and it has been publicized on local
And him
TV.
change him word. Then what?
All right, good. Him change the word.
Preacher,
When he said,
here's what more you do. We're going to have Ken release for the next half hour. Do me, I beg you. In the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, call back with us something. Make the
all right,
radio nice on the Friday afternoon. Call back after 2 o'clock. And you get the next few minutes. We're going to be debating the concept of if I telling you to go, should I not at least have somebody who may think can take the job? Otherwise, what's the point? And the example with a man who is dead, that has to be looked at different. But that does me. Because they made this a big thing preacher. We're coming back. Pen relay for the next half an hour and then we'll come back with the rest of the program.
it's the number.
You're listening to Omega Radio, broadcasting live. Omega Radio, Omega Radio, Omega.
Coverage of the Penn Relays is sponsored by Ministry of National Security, Access to Information, Right to Know, Power to Change, Hawkeye, Securing What Matters Most,
Sports Development Foundation, and Universal Service Fund.
Themselves well. Vera Zoberg getting them across the line for that victory. Distance. The men's event comes up next. So earlier I mentioned that at the start of the Eastern 4x100 meters relay for high school girls that we were behind schedule by 5 minutes. The race on track now is scheduled for 2:40 p.m. local time. That's 1:40 in Jamaica. And it is now, by my watch, 2:34 p.m. locally. So we are now 6 minutes ahead of schedule. It's amazing how things change here at the Penn Relays. From 5 minutes behind to 6 minutes ahead of schedule. And they're going to run the race ahead of schedule, it appears. And that's the Collegiate Men's Distance Medley Championship of America event. The record, 9 minutes, 20.10 seconds. The defending champion in this event. Tell you that momentarily. That's Georgetown. The teams in this one, Michigan, Virginia Tech, Villanova, Virginia, Washington, Penn State, Texas A&M, Wisconsin, American, Oregon, Boston College, Navy, and Rhode Island. So there will be a new champion crowned in 2026. No Georgetown here. The meet record, as mentioned, 9 minutes, 20.10 seconds. Set back in 1989 by Arkansas. That is a long-standing record. So 41 years. Sorry, 37 years. So 37 years that record has stood. Villanova, the winningest school in the sprint medley event, they have 14 victories. The University of Pennsylvania, they have 8, same as New York University. Penn State, they have 7. Michigan, Tennessee, and Georgetown, they have 5. And Pittsburgh, they have 4. The most consecutive victories, we have 3 teams that have had 4 consecutive victories. University of Pennsylvania, Villanova. And Villanova did that twice, 1955 to 58, as well as 1977 to 1980. So they're on their way in this Championship of America distance medley relay for collegiate men. So 1,200, 400, 800, 1,600 meters. Those are the legs. So 3 laps to start, then 1 lap, then 2 laps, then 4 laps. So the
Race well on the way. We have had one lap completed of the three for the first lap or for the first leg. That's Virginia Tech in front. Behind them is Washington. Villanova on the inside in third. So Virginia Tech, Washington, and Villanova, the top three teams so far. Oregon seem to be making a move as well. They've settled into second position behind Washington, behind rather Virginia Tech. So they have gone by Washington, Oregon. So one more lap left on this leg. So down the backstretch again here on this third leg. And the Virginia Tech continues to hold that lead, but now Texas A&M, they've joined them at the front. Oregon is there as well. Penn State also in the mix as they head back to the change over zone. And Virginia Tech will hold that lead to the first change.
name and replace. You want me to say it one more time? I'm saying as callers
No, what I say, the argument, you're not getting the point. The argument, correction argument is flawed. It is retarded. Because the reason why you call for a resignation is because you believe the organization is failing and you think the leader must take responsibility.
All right, so me hear you.
And then maybe, because once again, me I say, maybe somebody will go there and change it for the better.
Maybe.
But there's also there's also the possibility that the person might go there and the thing get even worse than this.
So what is wrong?
But what you know, it is not working under him.
But you say it all the way. You said what you said.
That is opinion. That's all. Me not say for me, but me understand. Me show how the argument retarded.
So I mean, say you say it 4 times. So here's what me say. Me said Darren Sammy must resign as West Indies coach. And a man said to me, say, who would you use to replace Darren Sammy? Is something wrong with that question?
No, nothing is wrong with that question.
Then what is retarded?
No, nothing is wrong with the question, Orville.
Yeah.
What is wrong is somebody come in and say, you said Darren Sammy must go. You should be able to name somebody who should replace Darren
If I'm
Sammy.
around cricket circles, then nonsense. I should. No, me disagree with you. If I'm around cricket circles,
why would you want Darren Sammy to go if you say Darren Sammy must go?
Because I don't think him competent enough. And me think that there are others who and me think that there no, but not only no, you know make me done. And I believe that somebody could do a more competent job, or at least worth a try. And me I gonna have names. That me I try to say to you, brother.
So if you believe the man is not competent enough, the only way you would call for him to go is unless you know you can name somebody who would be more competent.
If I can't have in my head the idea that somebody can do better than you, then why may I ask you to step?
What your job is as an observer is that you are seeing that this man is not competent enough, the team is failing, and he should go, and maybe we can get somebody who would be more competent.
All right.
Your job is not to go there and name anybody. Your job is to make a judgment.
I can't. You're telling me that I can't offer suggestions as to who we think can get over Darren Sammy if he resign? Who you say, brother?
You just said it yourself. The reason why is that you would say the man is not competent.
And I believe that
is enough for you to
no.
That is enough.
I think what you're saying. No, me don't have to. You're going back to have to. So let me say it one more time.
Correction was implying that people are calling for Ricketts to resign. And
the man is saying who they want.
What would be the opposite?
I think correction has a point. I think I have a point.
He's retarded.
And I think your point is retarded.
Name anybody.
Nobody has to do anything. Why do you keep saying what nobody's saying? Give me a break. All right, so big up. For the record, nobody's saying you have to. It would be nice to. If while you said the man, if you leave the work, if you know about the something, you can say, boy, while I want him to go, it would be nice to try John Tom Strokes, Dam and Cam. What wrong with that? Correction, you're doing nothing wrong. Me think Darren Sam if you leave the work, me I go say, boy, make we try back Andre Cooley, make we get Andy Robert. What wrong if me ask who we think we could have used? What is retarded about that? Me, what would I want to win? Me, it's not resignation, man for resign, just for resign sake. You know? I want a competent man leading the JFF. That's why I want you to go. And it would be nice if can put some people who me think would have do a better job than you. What is that? What about that is retired? A joke here.
You're listening to Omega Radio, broadcasting live. Omega Radio, Omega Radio, Omega.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
People, you know, I don't understand Southie. I mean, I understand preacher. When everybody says speed for step down, don't everybody have a name? When we said the R, who you that make coach side if speed step down? That question I asked all the while. I'm answering Miguel Coley. Who did say Lenny Hyde earlier? Driver? Not driver, Dreamer? Man, call name. Who them think should I replace speed? Miguel Coley, I think, is a fantastic name. So the minute we say speed for step down, man say, who you that used to coach it? So a name come up. I saw Miguel Coley name start call upon the program, you know, and other programs, you know. So when me ask, okay, so Ricky step down, then who? What on earth is wrong with that question? Nobody's saying you must call a name. I'm saying it's the more intelligent thing to do. If you're reasoning at a level without emotion, calling for resignation is 50% of the work. The other 50%, if you really want to have an intellectual discussion and not one filled with emotional dribbling, you must be able to take the thing down and say, here, our meeting the coach can't go further. Now when I'm answering, who would you replace him within the short term or the immediate term? What on earth is wrong with that question? So to you and preacher, well, so to you sound retarded. Preacher sound emotional. Thank you very much. Pen relays, we have that. And then we'll come back after the break. Ready for the pen relays? Yeah.
By of National Security, access to information right to change, Hawk, securing what matters most.
Foundation and Universal.
I understand that there's some technical issues regarding the feed, regarding the pen release feed. But you know it, guys, the thing's pay for enough company upon it. So as soon as they're ready, we will yield to the pen release reports and the sponsors. In the meantime, make we get back to this issue. When I'm gonna repeat myself, when the issue that Speed should step down and resign, kind of this and him that and him fail the program and the question was asked or the suggestion was put forward Then who next now? It is within that context that the name Miguel Cole started making the rounds. Get rid of Speed, hire Miguel. What was retarded about asking, all right, so we're going to get rid of Speed, who not going to use? What was retarded about that? What was unfair about that? No. We identify a man who we think could have been better than Speed or who thing. Not never retarded. So now we say, who know replace Ricketts with? Maybe there are better people out there where we can name right now. Somebody did say Chris Williams. Now, Preacher is now forced to call a name. And him say Bruce. So we can examine these people. We have examined Miguel Cole. And in the eyes of many people, he's a worthy candidate. No retarded about that. We're not about retarded. So what kind of word that? Not all of me ever said on this program. Well, correction is a retarded. I know me. But that means if correction retarded, me retarded too. Because me not think correction is not a God thing. Who we are going to use? We're running that man, then who? Me think Rastan Chase not for captain, if he resign as captain. Orville, who do you think should replace Rastan as captain? That's a retarded question. Well, what kind of reason this pan a good bright show, brother? Me go pan a forum as an analyst. And I say, I believe Rastan Chase must step down as West Indies captain. Somebody says, but Orville, before you ask for his resignation, it would be interesting to know who would you replace him with? And I would say, that's a retarded question you're asking me, sir. On a light like feather in the reason, bitch. Miss B, me could go on before me start going back. And Bishop called me after the program. One. God, that is pure rubbish the man them are going like. We never fi call Miguel Cole name then. Sure. For replace Speed. Anyway, hello. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. By the way, yeah, I might come and say all the parish fair presidents can be the president of JFF. No, sir.
No. What did the person say?
No. The person said only the parish FA president.
Oh, that's a correction. Me not say that. Because I say you have to be voted in on them something.
No. So, number one, remember I say to Orville.
Your phone a break up. Your phone a break up, brother.
Hold on, let me go.
Yeah, man, you're in and out.
Yeah, you hear me now?
Go on.
Yeah, I'm saying.
No, your phone still a break up.
I go on to someone.
Yeah.
Orville,
no, man, you're worse now. Hang up and call back, sir. Hang up and call back, yeah. Well, I don't know. Then we call it 615, Miss B. Call 615-2841 CC. 615-2841. Apparently the other number acting up. 615-2841. Go back on. Hello? Oh, them ready for your pens now. All right. To the Yaba people, them, because we have to play the Yaba song at some point. Should we play it now? All right, yeah. Let's get the Yaba selection out the way, because that is sponsored as well. And then we'll go to the pen relays, because that is sponsored by several sponsors as well. It's Sports Desk. It's business. And then we come back with more discussions after all that. But for now, let's take the break. Yeah, the Yaba tune, you're taking it now, Miss B. All right now. I could do the Yaba tune right now. And it's a, you're in my life. May I try to sound like Dave? I said Dave sound. You're in my life.
You're in my life, and that's the way it should be. You're in my life. From the first time I saw you, you shared my dreams and gave me your affection. You are my friend. All the years gone by, today I see a smiling face before me. When things go wrong, you always comfort me. You are my friend. I'm blessed every moment. You are in love with me. Every morning when I wake, I count my blessings for this bounty. You make me rich in many ways. You're in my life. You're funny and you're gracious. You're in my life. You're everything I need. As time goes by, my love for you gets stronger. As time goes by, forgive me for my wrongs. You're in my life, and that's the way it should be.
All right, so that's you read my life. There we go. All right, so when who was it that said Chris Williams could make a good JFF presidential candidate? I did say fine, but he'd now have to subject himself to being voted for. So if Ricky step down now, and one man on the board say, boy, I mean, not Orville Higgins would make discussed and people vote, man. It's not an appointment, you know. The board members will vote, or the directors or whatever. So call a name on a thing that you could put before the board of directors. Maybe we can help them. With them vote, man. I don't know that it has to be a parish president. Though. So that is where me and correction party. But why wrong with putting a name forward? Is it because of the things that there is no name to put forward? Why was Miguel Coley such a readily available name? And asking about a readily available name in a JFF presidency is retarded. Well, I'm gonna get them man average. We stay now. We do we go? Yeah, we take the break.
You're listening to Omega Radio, broadcasting live. Omega Radio, Omega Radio, Omega.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All righty then. We go back online as soon as the pen relays. Oh, pen's ready. All right, so we can throw it to pen relays. We'll come back.
Coverage of the Penn Relays is sponsored by Ministry of National Security, Access to Information, Right to Know, Power to Change, Hawkeye, Securing What Matters Most,
Sports Development Foundation, and Universal Service Fund.
The far side, that's in the home stretch, but they're heading in the opposite direction. So where you'd probably have the 100 meters starting, they're coming from the finish line end up towards where the 100 meters would usually start. Maybe because of the wind. They're on their marks. Card in lane 1, it would appear. Set position. Off they go. A bullet start on the inside for Gary Card. He's motoring away from the field. He has left them behind for dead. Gary Card of UTEC is cruising here, and he'll take a big win. Card gets it. 10.03, positive 1.8 meters per second. A big run from Gary Card. And he'll advance to the final. That comes up tomorrow if he so decides to run. That's a brand new personal best for Gary Card. Would have run 10.06 last year in March at Champs. 10.03 here at Penn Relays. Gary Card of UTEC. And the rest of the field, the man Ageni of Westuni Ageni, he's second. And his time 10.25. Just to show you the distance between the first and second place. And that 10.03, by the way, Aguni is from Albany. And in terms of compiled times, Gary Card now atop the field, ahead of Louis Hinchcliffe, the British athlete who runs with the University of Houston. He ran 10.16 in Heat 1. So, the qualifiers, Gary Card of UTEC, Huey Hinchcliffe of the University of Houston, Tuni Agonye of Albany, Sean Agbuba of University of Houston, Kyler Brown of Ohio State, Joshua Onwunili, that's Onwunili of Wisconsin, Solomon Hammond of Coppin State, Jalen Reeves-Lyle of Houston, and Nazio John of Ohio State are the 9 competitors who have advanced to the final of the men's collegiate 100 meters, and that will come up tomorrow at 2:35 p.m. Jamaica time, 3:35 p.m. local time here in Philadelphia. So Gary Card on the verge of sub 10 seconds. Many thought he was primed last year to get it. 10.06 in the semifinals at Champs. Came back in the finals, didn't get back to that time, but nonetheless, he is back here in 2026. 10.03 already in March. Let's see what he has for us when it comes on to the finals if he runs. So that concludes the 100 meters. Simultaneously, the 110 meter hurdles was ongoing as well. The qualifiers, the 9 qualifiers for the 110 meter hurdles for tomorrow, scheduled for 3:25 p.m. local time, 2:25 p.m. Jamaica time. Jaquan Scott of Texas A&M, 13.56 his time. Travis Simmons of Clemson. And, of course, Jarvis Simmons is a Jamaican. Went to Excelsior, remember, now at Clemson. So he's through. Braxton Brand of Ohio State, 13.76. Taj Brown of Liberty, 13.81. Kylan Vitalis, yes, that name is familiar, would have run, I believe, for Kingston College. We'll confirm that momentarily. And also qualifying, we have Jaden Shelton of Pittsburgh, Shane Gardner of the University of Pennsylvania, Jason Agiman of Rowan, and Kahim Carby, another Kingston College man. His school, South Florida, 14.03 seconds for him. So you're not missing any action at the moment. Set to go next is the Collegiate Women's 4x4 100 meters Championship of America heats. No team from Jamaica represented there, though. 9 teams to qualify. The start time for this event, another 7 minutes from now. Not seeing any of the athletes in the paddock just yet. I think they may be coming from the infield, and they are. So you'll see those athletes. Well, I know you can't see them, but those athletes who are going to be running the 4x4 heats, they're actually assembling on the infield at the first turn. So unlike the high schoolers and some of the other collegiate events that utilizes the paddock, they don't have to do that, these collegians. So the 4x4, not sure if it's easier to get to the respective areas from the infield as opposed to the paddock. I mean, the paddock runs right out to the start area if you're starting at the 400 meters mark. So again, if you're listening to this coverage, thanks for joining us. If you're listening in on the various radio stations, Omega Radio, FM 89, formerly KLS Sports FM 89, Nationwide News Network, Revolution in Radio. And for those in the diaspora listening through on the coverage, thank you for joining us. Big thank you as well to the Sports Development Foundation and the Universal Service Fund, who are very key in us being able to provide this coverage. 45 years this year in broadcasts, and of course the only 2 years that you wouldn't have seen any action would have been 2020 and 2021, the years, the COVID years, one would say. Seems such a long time ago that COVID was here, and we're already in 2026. To think that that was 6 years ago, March 2020, the world was turned upside down. At least Jamaica was. Well, the world, it was a pandemic, and thankfully it abated, and we were able to resume competition in 2022. Early in the day as well, we also had the discus throw competition for boys. Joseph Salmon of Jamaica College prevailing with 63.55 meters. Kamari Kennedy of Calabar, 61.19 meters. And I advise that 61.19 meters is not a personal best for Kennedy, in the sense that the weight of the implement used is not the 1.75 kilogram implement that is used for under 20s. The under 18s, they use 1.5 kilograms, but in the American high school system, they use the 1.6 kilogram implement. So it's not a personal best in the strictest of sense for Kamari Kennedy and even Regine Street of Monroe College, who was third, who threw over 60 meters, 60.25 meters for third, and Daishan Budai of Kingston College had an effort of 57.63 meters, and those are the top four from the discus. In the triple jump, Michael Andre Edwards defended his title, breaking Abreen Waysom's 2016 record, which was 16:01 meters. He jumped 16.29 meters, about 3 or 4 of his jumps. Michael Andre Edwards was over that 16.01 meters, so he's in good nick, and think he'll be trading the dark blue and white for purple and white when he attends Kansas State next season. So good luck to young Michael Andre Edwards, wrapping up his high school career with a win in the triple jump. Raquel Hunter of Kingston College, 15.41 meters, was the next best place Jamaican high schooler, finishing third in that boys triple jump competition. Again, you're not missing any action. The 4x400 meters Championship of America heats for collegiate women is the event that's coming next. And I tell you what, earlier I mentioned that the athletes won't be coming from the paddock. They were assembled on the infield. Well, they have gone across to the paddock now. So they will be coming from out of the paddock to get to the start area. So they pretty much would have just done their warm-ups on the infield, as well as changed on the infield as well, and then would have walked back to the paddock area. Nice conditions here. The stands, big sparsely populated now. They would have seen the 4x100 meters relay Championship of America event won by Edwin Allen, or it could be that they have taken a break to get some snacks, as we see the collegians walking out on track. So at 3:55 p.m. Jamaica time, that's the scheduled time for the Championship of America High School Girls 4x400 meters relay. And that will be an interesting race. Heidel versus Edwin Allen versus Homewood versus the Bullis School. Those are the top 4 teams in terms of times from qualifying, with Heidel leading them all. Mind you, you'd have missed if you have just joined our coverage. Gary Card of UTEC just ran a personal best in the heats of the collegiate men's 100 meters, 10.03 seconds, lowering his previous personal best from 10.06 seconds. So 10.03 and a positive 1.8 meters per second tailwind. So Gary Card, who, as I mentioned, still has the age to run under 20 this year. He turns 19 in June. So this is his final year at the under 20 level. So he's eligible to run at the World Under 20 Championships, which is slated for later this year in the summer in the US, Eugene, Oregon to be specific. Tracktown, they call it. A nice university town. University of Oregon based there as well. They have a fantastic campus. That's where the Hayward Field is, which is the iconic track and field stadium in the United States, used to host a number of the NCAA championships as well as the US National Championships. That's pretty much where you go. Tracktown, USA in Eugene, Oregon. Fantastic little community there. And if there are any listeners who are listening in from that part of the world, good afternoon to you. Sure you are enjoying the pen relays here. And Donald Smith, by the way, alongside Ed Barnes, who will have in-stadium announcing duties for the 4x4 Championship of America for high school girls. And that will be coming up in a little while from now at 3:55 Jamaica time, 4:55 Eastern Standard Time which is US East Coast time. So the 4x400 meters relay for collegiate women. Heat 1 on track. UMBC in 2, Cornell in 3, Yale in 4, Pittsburgh in 5, Texas A&M in 6, Howard in 7, University of Pennsylvania in 8, and Hampton, they run out of lane number 9. So the first leg takes them down around to the backstretch. It's an even looking race so far. On the inside in lane 2, that's UMBC. They have gone by Cornell. Now getting into the mix is Texas A&M. And on their outside is Howard. So Texas A&M with the lead at the moment. 4x400 meters relay. Duke won this event last year. Texas A&M, their last title came in 2023, and they're leading at the moment. So Texas A&M in front. Lane 7 has Howard. They are now in second. On the inside in lane number 2, that's UMBC. They move into third. Lane number 4, that was Yale. Pittsburgh also there as well. They were in lane number 5. Of course, they have cut over here on the backstretch. But Texas A&M continues to extend that lead. Widening the gap now. So Texas A&M Howard in second. Penn, that's University of Pennsylvania, in third. Pittsburgh in fourth. As they head back to the backstretch with one change to come. Texas A&M cruising here. This is Tyler Lowe with the baton for them. Howard still in second. University of Pennsylvania in third. So Texas A&M will take them back around to the straight. Howard moving away from the University of Pennsylvania to have themselves cemented in that second position. So Texas A&M will change first. Again, the final lap. Howard in second, University of Pennsylvania in third, Pittsburgh still in fourth. They're followed by UMBC and then Yale. Janelle Registre runs here the final leg for Texas A&M. She's been chased by Anaya Woodruff of Howard and Juliana Liga of the University of Pennsylvania, but it's all Texas A&M here. The gap established after that first lap is just a bit too wide, and they'll turn for home now. It's all Texas A&M. Top 9 teams, by the way, qualify to the Championship of America Finals tomorrow at 1:40 p.m. Jamaica time, 2:40 local time here in Philly, as Texas A&M goes across the line. 3:28.10. It's a nice time. 3:28.08, the time adjusted for Texas A&M. Second place is Howard, 3:32.36, and Penn, 3:36.35. So that 3:28.08, the time that is at the top of the pile now. Heat number 2 comes up next. Bucknell will be in lane 2, Troy in lane 3, Yukon in lane 4, Arizona State in 5, Ohio State in 6, Houston in 7, South Florida in 8, and Virginia, they run out of lane number 9. So 3:32.36, 3:36.35, along with that 3:28.08, the top three times after Section 1. Top 9 teams by time advanced to Saturday's Championship of America final. So heat number 2 comes up momentarily. It has gotten a little more overcast in the last 20 minutes or so. The conditions yet not too cold. I think it's still feeling the same as it has for most of the day, which is good news. Just that it has gotten a little more overcast. Interesting here. We have a shot of the pole vaulters just saying a group prayer. That's the collegiate men's pole vault competition. All the opponents gathering in a circle, having a little prayer and chat before the competition starts. Good to see there. There's one thing that one can say about track and field is that the camaraderie, especially amongst the field eventers, is something to admire. Of course, analysts and pundits, they believe that's one of the main reasons why track and field suffers from a viewership perspective. It's too lovey-dovey. So, you know, as we have heat number 2 on the way, 4x400 meters Championship of America heat. South Florida on the outside in lane number 8. They have started well. Also chasing is Houston in lane number 7. They have not been having the best of afternoons. Houston went out in the 4x1s earlier. So tightly bunched. Ohio State now in the mix. They have gone by both Houston and South Florida. Takes aim at Virginia. Goes by them as well. Houston trying to reel Ohio State in, but the opening leg runner here for Ohio State, Kiara Webb, just too strong for them, and they change first. Arizona State in the full white in the mix now. They move into third, just a little based on the stagger behind University of Houston. But it's Ohio State who continues to lead as they head down the backstretch for the cutover. So Ohio State continues to hold the lead. Houston and Arizona State battling out for second at the moment. Arizona State slightly ahead of Houston in that second position. Ohio State continues to hold the advantage as they turn back into the straightaway. Top 9 teams will be in that final tomorrow afternoon. Ohio State, they want to book their ticket early. 3:28.08, the time done in Section 1 by Texas A&M.
Alrighty then, so that's a report from Penn Relays. Now, tell you what we will do. We will go up with the sports desk in its regular format until 4 o'clock. So between now and 4, we'll take as many calls as we can get. And then we'll rejoin our Penn Relay feeds right after the show. So between now and 4 o'clock.
Your Saturday afternoon has gotten better. Omega Radio Sports, 1 to 4 p.m. We give you updates, previews, reviews, and in-depth sports discussion. Our knowledgeable hosts and guests will have you glued to your radio with the latest sports topics and engaging conversations as we navigate to keep you on top of things. That's Omega Radio Sports, Saturdays 1 to 4 p.m. Don't miss it. Tell a friend, call a friend, tell everybody. Omega Radio Sports is sponsored by Omega Radio Network. To sponsor this program, you can contact us at
876-204-9356.
You're listening to Omega Radio, broadcasting live. Omega Radio, Omega Radio, Omega.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number 1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, so we go up until 4. We'll take as many calls as possible. Go back on now. All right, so 615-2841. 615-2841 Those are your numbers. So call through as soon as um as soon as you can. You can dial the numbers. We'll take you through. Hello.
Hello, Orville.
Yeah.
Listen, sir, how you doing?
How are you doing? Who is this again?
I'm going Ryan from
Running from
Ryan from Hartford.
oh Ryan Hartford. Yeah, oh yeah, Ryan. How you doing?
Yeah. How you doing, sir? Been a while.
Been a while, right?
You hear me?
Yes, man, loud and clear.
Hello?
I'm hearing you loud and clear.
Hello, can you hear me?
Lord of His mercy. I'm hearing you, Ryan.
Hello?
Right? Yeah. Not sure what that was about. All right, hello.
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry about that.
Oh, you hear me now?
Yeah, I'm here now. Sorry about that.
All right, what's up? It's all right. We want to get rid of him. Who would you recommend to put there? What's strange about that?
All right. What's strange about it is this. No make sense we nominate someone like that to get me selected.
No.
I remember that.
What them thinking is who you think you would like to see there. And that may ask.
All right. So my easy answer would be the simple.
To have a shot at the presidency himself.
Yes. Him or anybody else. Anybody.
I'm saying
Yeah.
it would be nice. I don't know what correction I said, but this is what me I say. It would be nice if while you call for the, you see like how when we say we want Rudolph Speed to go, and a man say, all right, who do you want? And we come up with Miguel Cooley as a name. I'd like to know from the public, all right, we say Ricketts must go, but who would you want to see replacing it? It would be nice if we could come up with that. That's all me I say. Me not say you can't call for the man head. I mean I say you must put up a next name. Me I say me think it would make the discussion sound a little bit more intellectual.
All right. I say Mr. Anderson, and I say anybody out there in the public that think they can do the job administrative wise to run the football program. Right now, based on where
I never said
correction, Jesus. Correction, Jesus.
I don't know what correction said.
Me never hear push back them. Never hear push back.
Correction say this.
The last call.
Because that now is very debatable. You would have debate that.
All right.
Good.
All right. He's fairly successful, put it that way. That he said. Something along that line.
Yeah,
I stand corrected.
Well, we qualified two female team and a under 17 team, another president. Yeah. These are just a question of fact.
All right, so let's look at its success and its failure and compare which one can win.
No. I'm not having a debate.
Right.
Hold on, sir. Ryan, when you talk to me, you have to precise. I'm not telling you that I'm saying Mr. Ricketts is the most successful president ever. That's not my debate. So if you think that somebody else is more successful, Captain Burrell, and I'm not even prepared to debate that. No, but I'm not pushing up Mr. Ricketts as the best ever president. I'm saying I am not going to tell the man to resign. And it would be nice if while we're asking him to resign, we put up in as a suggestion who we think we would have want to see in the seat. That is my argument. So take me out on that.
So that's your
yes.
No, I'm gonna which is your good.
Okay.
What money they generate for those two?
So then broke. So get rid of Mr. Ricketts. That's what you say. He should resign.
Listen, and you see, like, that's not what I'm saying. Let me speak for a minute.
Right.
What I'm saying, the fear, the and the fire, affect after the
We should have qualified. Easiest group. We lose 9 million. So what? What's your conclusion?
Right now, vote on no confidence.
A motion to move out vote of no confidence against the president.
Yes.
All right, fair. I can't live with that. You know why? At them put him in. So if them decides that him not lead the way or them like, then they have a right to put him out. That may I say. But me not calling for the man to resign. I prefer your suggestion. The powers, the directors them around him, if they feel he's not doing a good job, they should do what you said. Call up whatever you call it, a motion of no confidence. And if enough of them think say this is not the man, then fine. My thing is asking a man to resign. It is if the man ever put him up there, no longer have the confidence, then they should have the right to recall. So may I agree with your suggestion.
Yeah, no man now go from the
good, sir. All right,
so position like that.
You give a suggestion.
Yeah.
All right, me give you a suggestion. The delegates them, if you're not unhappy, call a motion of what no confidence. I mean, I know what the majority is. It's 70%, whatever it is. So me work with that. The fact that they are not doing that yet means that at this point them not feel so. So I can leave it there, sir.
All right, sir.
That's Ryan from Hartford. What's the other one? Hello. Yeah.
Hello.
Very clear.
All right, yeah. So as I was saying, it's not the FA president alone can become president of the JFA.
All right.
So yeah, I have to understand the correction. But my suggestion would have been Joby McInnough. And many people are going to say, why Joby McInnough? People don't understand, say, from what I get and the new bylaws, there's a section that says there's a past player association that also vote for the presidency, right? So by virtue of having a past players association, then Joby McInnough, being a past player, could always register and become a part of the past players association if he is not already a part of the past players association. So now that the formality has gotten out of the way, because we know how you go through the process of becoming a president. With that being said, people asking for the resignation of Ricketts, I don't think they are far-fetched, because if it is a voluntary position, Orville, that I've heard for the longest while that they're not getting paid.
So
I think the position should be paid, Orville. I think the position of the president of the JFF is too valuable of a position to not be a paid position. And the reason for that is that when you pay people, Orville, there's more accountability and there's someone a step on the stop like there's more accountability, and then there is also the fact that the pool of people is wider. So if you pay for example, a CEO of a company, the persons who you can get to become the CEO is much greater than if it was free. Or it was a voluntary position.
Fair.
So that is one of the things I think needs to be rewritten in the bylaws, where you have to pay for the position, because when you are asking Orville about the people who can become the president.
You met the point, man, and the time shot. You met the point. It should be a paid position. No argument.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And I'm saying if the people who are saying that Mr. Ricketts did a good job and he shouldn't resign, then if you don't know what somebody else will do, that means Mr. Ricketts should be president for life.
No.
Because you will never know.
See, me couldn't argue and have a difference. I am saying, Orville Higgins is not asking for him to resign. Or the next election is constitutionally due 2028. Make the man serve in time, and then the people who put him there take him down. Or they themselves must call the vote of no confidence. But
I am
not going to tell the man to resign.
The people who put him there, Orville, those people, those people are more elusive than anybody else in the world. Like, they're more elusive than referees who give a card in a match. You can never hear from them. As a matter of fact, Orville,
if them put him there and them elusive, using your word, then why Mr. Ricketts resign for?
Then that's what I'm saying to you. Mr. Ricketts have no reason to resign, because the people who have placed him in the position, these people seem to be like, the word doesn't come to my mind as yet what they are, because obviously they are in cahoots, or they are in agreement with whatever is going on currently. Silent mean consent, Orville. But the final thing I go say before I go. When Mr. Speed was the chairman of the technical committee, you heard from Mr. Speed regularly. That's not the one thing I can give you with Mr. Speed. You heard from him regularly. The new chairman of the technical committee, no board meeting, no keep. We don't know who the coach exactly yet. And we can't hear nothing from him. Why is he hiding in the shadows?
Who says he's hiding? Who says he's hiding? Maybe the media maybe the media have no interest. Maybe the media don't have no interest in talking to whoever this person is. People can only talk to the media when they are asked,
So why would the media not have any interest in talking to the new chairman of the technical committee, who is going to be in charge of recommending coaches?
Because the media works to what the public want, and right now the public don't seem to have no interest.
So the public wants the chairman of the technical committee currently to come out and speak about what is going on with the process of the new coach that is being hired. We don't want him to hide it on the shadows. Do what Mr. Speed used to do. You can't each up on one part and we're not here for you. No longer, Orville, will these executives and these people be excused from media duties. Come out and talk.
All right, Cece. Big up yourself.
Tomorrow.
No, well, I won't be here tomorrow, for sure. But
Monday.
I won't be here Monday.
Okay.
All right, so we take a break. We're coming.
This is Heather White Davis McDonald, and I'm inviting you to join me Tuesdays at 11:30 a.m. to 12 midday for Let's Reason. We will be reasoning on real life issues with real people. So join me and be blessed.
Do you want to go deeper in the word? If yes, then join me, Prophetess Denise Sang, every Wednesday at 11:15 a.m. for the Crossover Experience, where we will go beyond the surface, exploring the keys to kingdom living for a successful spiritual life in a real world according to the Word of God. That's the crossover experience on Wednesdays at 11:15 a.m.
Going through a storm, but I won't go down. I hear your voice carried in the rhythm of the wind to call me out.
You're listening to Omega Radio, broadcasting live. Omega Radio, Omega Radio, Omega. You're listening to Omega.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, final 12 or so minutes. Hello.
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, man, hold on.
Nick, how you doing, Nick?
My dear man, so let me do it quickly, right?
Yeah.
The Italian president stepped down as a preacher from pressure from citizens, right?
Yeah.
They have not identified anybody yet.
Uh-huh.
And the election is in June.
Yeah.
All right? Now, I am not saying, based on your point and correction point, say, we can't identify somebody. Yes, somebody can be identified, but at the same time, we don't have to identify anybody for them to step down.
You don't have to.
You don't have to.
I'm not saying that you have to.
Right? And
if I that correction say, I know that may I support. I don't remember what correction say. The correction say, may I say, it would be nice if we could.
The next thing though,
yeah.
Mr. Ricketts, if I'm not mistaken, spoke on some place that he would resign if we never qualify for the World Cup.
That preacher that I said, well, him change his mind, clearly.
No.
You can't change his mind.
No, this is the problem we have with Jamaica and leadership in Jamaica, right?
Yes.
The citizens in Italy, because I think the non-qualification of Italy in their qualification in playoff is equivalent to Jamaica not qualifying here in CONCACAF, losing to the likes of Curacao and people like that.
Yeah.
Right? It's equivalent, and them can step down. Right? But the difference with our country, Jamaica, as usual, our leadership now have no respect for citizens, right? Because citizens can't do nothing about it.
Italian man resign through him or resign about.
He must get the pressure from citizens.
Well,
no, because we not care about citizens. Our leadership not care about what we say, none at all, right? Because you know why? Yeah. Because we don't have no vote.
Okay.
We don't have no vote. The vote come from within.
Yeah.
So them can just do what them want.
If you were Ricketts, would you resign?
Yeah.
You would?
Yeah.
Many don't resign.
Right? And we can't keep on. We have to be fair about this thing when we are talking about man qualify the girls them 2 times for World Cup.
And the under 17 boys.
And they take praise for the girl them. Ricketts under Ricketts leadership, we mustn't Ricketts mustn't take the praise for the girls. Mustn't.
No, he gets no credit for 2 female teams qualifying under him.
No, me touch correction can a little bit, right?
Yes.
Because correction asked for a name, and he was given a name in another platform by preacher, right?
Oh,
and he was
given before preacher come
and he was given a name. That's after the call. No, this is correction question. Now we have to look at the name and see if this person will do better than Ricketts. Now, what kind of foolishness that? When Ricketts was supposed to come in after Captain Burrell, anybody looked at Ricketts and said,
"Yes,
let's see if look at him and say, judge him before him going and say,
no, man, no, Nick, man. When Ricketts was seen, was earmarked as the man for succeed captain. Only if a man did criticize him and said that man is not ready.
No, we're not talking about it's not like that. It's not like that, right? No, what I must say is that look at the person and let's see if he will do better than captain. In terms of just look for the man and say, boy,
don't look on him record and him status and him thing.
You understand? You can't know because Ricketts was a nobody basically back then.
No, but it never stopped the public from scrutinizing him,
like,
doing it.
When it wasn't Captain Burrell, I used a man like Horace Reed. At that man there at the spotlight, nobody don't know nothing about no Ricketts.
Yeah, but me say, Nick, when Ricketts was the man that would be know that was going to at least do Captain term, he must put under intense public scrutiny, brother.
But hear me now, the long and short of this thing, because I don't want to stay too long,
right?
Is that we are deflect because we are use the qualifications for under 17 and stuff like that for say boy, them are do a thing. And may I tell you, not qualifying for the big World Cup, the senior World Cup.
Means that you must take credit for nothing else that you do.
That's an iconic failure.
Me agree. Me I said
that's an iconic failure. That he must step down. Have some risk. Listen, almost half of Jamaica they ask for the man step down.
Yeah, no, me never do no pool.
Yeah, well, figure of speech, but a whole heap of people. You can't have some respect. Just like the Italian man.
So disrespect him or disrespect him public if him not step down.
All because we can't do none. Because I and I man don't have a vote.
So you're saying if Ricketts don't step down, he's disrespecting the public of Jamaica.
Of course, he might disrespect the public. Because it's most of the Jamaica population want the man step down. Right? All the people like correction don't want him to step down.
No man, me don't want him to step down here. It's why we don't want him to step down. But when the delegates come together and pass a vote of no confidence.
And that is the problem. That is the problem.
You know, the public and the delegates and put the man there, you know. So them no one.
May I tell you that is the problem.
Nick, you say if there is a vote and the callers then put me as there is a vote amongst callers. But let's say there's a behind the bishop follow and the callers then vote.
Yeah.
And I said, no, Mr. Higgins officially and put right as and something again. I me I come back to and say, yo, no, I'm Mr. No, I'm Mr.
Yeah, but all right. So we the callers, when they add we up, we are 20. And,
no, I'm mistake.
The rest of the country, so 2 million people.
I come back.
Why you left? So we are come back to, right?
We come back. Say, yo, I did vote me put me as saying.
Yeah, that's why we no problem.
No good would be, and if you say yes. Right? Mistake.
And that's why that is the reason why you
come back to me as a caller.
Nobody can tell me nothing. And that there is nobody who can tell me that the leadership must have stepped down after that failure.
Even if the people who vote for him want it.
And it's not just a failure, you know.
Yeah.
It's not just a failure like you say, boy, all right, we never qualified. But if you look at the process,
so Nick, let me ask you this.
When I allow you to qualify, like the whole of foolishness. When I allow you to qualify, you can't believe that there were leaders sitting there.
Let me ask you this question. If the man will vote for him, so you must remain and you walk with. Now disrespect him and disrespect them, man.
So who we have to have respect for? The
people
are the many. The people are the many.
The people who put me there and them.
Because the people, and I mean, I tell us that there lies the problem, right? This campaign was like if you look at the campaign, if you look at the campaign, it's like we never have a leader.
Let me ask you something. Let me ask you one more before me run. The WICD link me. I say, yo, we want you to do some YouTube commentary. Let's say one whole heap of people on YouTube, and you know somebody name them and say, Orville don't know nothing about cricket. And if you leave, and bag of people are post them if you leave. I'm going to go back to the WICB and the man we run cricket. And them put me and say, yo, wanna say? And them say, stay. You think me for resign?
No man, yeah,
you think me will make the public determine say me for resign?
That
you know like that example?
No, that example, no. Look, Orville, look on the.
Me not resigning if the people who put me they want me to be there, boss.
Throughout this campaign, I'm never ask you this. Anything what you say,
yeah.
But want your honest answer.
Honest answer, yes.
Throughout this World Cup campaign,
yes.
Did it look like we have any leadership? Any proper leadership, I should say that.
Yes, it did.
You did? Yeah. All right, my God. Come on.
Well, I mean, did it look like we're having a proper leadership? Now it comes down to what the I constitute proper leadership. If we beat Curacao, if one of the ball lick on the post against Curacao, gone in a goal, we would have had proper leadership. You know that, kid? Just one of the ball against Curacao, we kicked to the post. One of those balls going in at the goal, we would not hear about improper leadership. And improper leadership cannot be on the basis so one of the ball not going at the goal. If we are talking about a man 4-year term. Well, so we are read some text.
Excuse me, boss. You have a text message.
It's now time for text messages on the sports desk.
Ryan from Hartford said that this president was a failure, even though 2 female teams qualified for 2 World Cups and the under 17 qualified also. Based on that logic, Jamaica Football Federation only had 1 successful president in their entire history. This is Rapper. Rapper is exactly my argument. And Captain Burrell was a failure otherwise too. Oh, go to them fast. Good. That was just the one me I say, okay. All right, give me a next one. Hello.
Greetings and salutations.
You have 2 minutes before the program done. Go.
All right, quick and fast. That thing they say Orville with speed and Richards and all of them.
Yeah.
It could be like insurance, where you make an accident and you know you're at fault, and you know it's your fault, but you don't have to admit you're wrong. And insurance is to determine that. You have to wait for insurance. If you ever got to admit you're wrong, insurance may insure back next year to come.
No,
that's something similar to that.
Me not resigning, me, but the people me vote me for tell me whether them like me or not. You think me busy with some little man for the radio station acquired?
Right. Different now still. People have a voice and people have power, but when they unite,
yeah.
With the radio and we are not gonna make noise and think, them not listen to that and take heed to that. Man say people vote me and vote me out. But if Jamaica come out big time and take street and placard and then a road, nothing in numbers, then we get to our one,
No, well, maybe them kind of, now when you think it will affect the football. I don't know, maybe then. But me I say right now, some man pan some radio program, I run out them out.
Now that light.
Me, I resign, walk from me good work, brother. I be good. Can I get money from FIFA? Fly around the world every time.
Yeah, man.
Every time when Jamaica play, me gone.
But none of me,
I'm qualified 2 female team and the under 17 team qualified. And the reggae girls are just 1 game away from the 3rd qualification in a row.
Yes.
I'm if I walk because history. One game against Costa Rica for the female team qualified for the 3rd time. The under 17 qualify already. The under 20 man to the side. I'm if I walk because reggae boy didn't qualify. Me
personally wouldn't walk.
Hey, this is some of them people that we ask for resignation. Find out from them. How good are you doing? How good are you doing in a few occupations down at your way? Not for the man we ask for Ricketts resign. If for them boss were to be talking from public radio about for them performance and for them work, not for them not work. Resign what? Are the people who vote for him to tell him say you have to cut brother? Because it's like all public officials now.
Yes.
Public can't call for you resign. Otherwise, you just wait till the people them vote out the man. You gotta talk till they're awake.
Yeah.
Oh, I have man say me I sing for supper and all them something with that. Me not resigning. So good. If me did for resign because of public sentiment, you don't laugh me resign from the program, eh?
Yeah, sure.
Good, sir. But me not resign. That Bishop employ me.
Yeah, man.
And I have enough people in my corner. I'm not resigning because of public pressure. Some man attack on them face.
Yeah, man, that's true. Right?
Good, sir. Me gone.
All right.
The program done. Just remember, tomorrow night at the strap. So if you can't come down at the door, 85 on the fan. I make you celebrate that. We put all arguments aside. Come about 8 tomorrow night, the door. And as for the callers today, I disagree with a few, and I'll disagree with a few more. Come next week. Regional cricket starts Sunday morning. Hope Zidane will have to be back. Hope he gets better. And Zidane, if it is the Arsenal team, not take it too hard. Take it too hard. Jonathan, big up Cat and Miss B who are here earlier.
That's the Sports Desk for today. Remember to tune in and participate on the Sports Desk Mondays through to Fridays 1 to 4 p.m.
You're listening to Omega Radio. Broadcasting live. Omega. Radio Omega. Radio Omega.
Your Saturday afternoon has gotten better. Omega Radio Sports, 1 to 4 p.m. We give you updates, previews, reviews, and in-depth sports discussions. Our knowledgeable hosts and guests will have you glued to your radio with the latest sports topics and engaging conversations as we navigate the sporting landscape to keep you on top of things. That's Omega Radio Sports, Saturdays 1 to 4 p.m. Don't miss it. Tell a friend, call a friend, tell everybody. Omega Radio Sports is sponsored by Omega Radio Network. To sponsor this program, you can contact us at
876-204-9356.
You're listening to Omega Radio. Broadcasting live. Omega. Radio Omega. Radio Omega.
Blazes. Ministry of National Security, access to information, right to know, power to change, Hawkeye, securing what matters most.
Sports Development Foundation and Universal Service Fund.